Hey guys, sorry in advance that I didn't really have any time to draw a special outfit for this video. I had a lot of homework, and I really didn't want to put that much effort into it. Come on, you didn't think I was serious, did ya? Alright, let's get started. With the story of the first movie being actually somewhat grounded, a lot of people wondered what this next installment would entail. Aha, there's your first hint. Tails was set up at the end of the first one, so obviously he's gonna be in the second one. But one's not enough, because it was later revealed that none other than Knuckles the Echidna was also gonna be in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So what kind of story do they cook up with these new characters? Sonic is left at home while the human characters are in Hawaii at Maddie's sister's wedding. Meanwhile, Robotnik escapes the Mushroom Planet and teams up with Knuckles to beat Sonic and Tails to the Master Emerald. Already, this sounds kick-ass. Not only are they bringing back the classic characters, but they're also tying in classic Sonic MacGuffins like the Master freaking Emerald. So already, this sequel sounds really promising. A lot of people doubted whether they could pull off such an ambitious sequel, but spoiler alert, they nailed it. So let's start off with the many positive things I have to say about this movie. First off, the casting here is so perfect. Idris Elba as Knuckles didn't sound that correct in my head until I heard his voice in the trailer. It totally fits, and it fits even better when he delivers that sort of goofball comedy in the actual movie.
Your society is full of soft and undisciplined weaklings. However, I do enjoy the planet's grapes. The grapes are delicious.
Ben Schwartz is great as always, giving Sonic that sort of innocence that he should have in his first few movies. Colleen O'Shaughnessy is back as Tails, and seriously, no one can do Tails as good as her. Everything just sounds so right, and it really smooths out the character introductions. The progression of the story in Sonic 2 is genuinely smart. We start with Robotnik getting off the Mushroom Planet meeting Knuckles with a reference to Ugandan Knuckles. I really can't believe they did that. We then immediately get the smallest tease of Sonic vs. Knuckles, which works as sort of an appetizer before the bigger fight towards the end. The movie is interspersed with human scenes. I say interspersed. There's only like 2 scenes where it's just human characters. Robotnik betrays Knuckles, Knuckles teams up with Sonic and Tails, and then you got the big final battle. That's the general progression of the story here, and honestly, I think it's the best way they could have done it. With a Sonic the Hedgehog sequel, you have to find some way of incorporating the humans into the story without taking away from the Sonic action. And the way they do it here is awesome. We spend a bit of time with Sonic and Tom to reconnect with them and remind us of their relationship, and that friendship is immediately tested. Then, Tom and Maddie are in Hawaii, and you would expect the story there to be completely uninteresting. But I would honestly watch an entire movie about this insane wedding. It's because the filmmakers have the courtesy of making the human drama absolutely hilariously chaotic. Robotnik is one of the most chaotic humans on the planet, second only to Rachel. She's a fucking psychopath, and I love it. Come on, the directors are aware that the human stuff is gonna bog the movie down. So having Rachel just be the most relatable character in cinema was a really funny turn of events, and it makes those few scenes worth watching. On top of making the human scenes funny, they also went the extra mile when it comes to making the emotional core of the film great. I was worried that the only emotional growth Sonic would have would just be him trying to be a superhero, which means they're MCU-ifying Sonic, but thankfully they don't play that up too much. Sonic's relationship with Tom mirrors the relationship between Knuckles and his late father, giving both characters a reason to understand each other. This also serves to fix the rocky relationship between Sonic and Tom at the beginning of the movie. You can tell that all of this wasn't just thought up in 2 seconds and then filmed, like Morbius was.
Don't let your kids watch it!
All of these emotional beats were planned out in advance, and it's just great storytelling. And they avoided a second act character breakup. See, it's not that fucking hard. It's one of my least favorite cliches, and they found a way to skirt around it. In the scene where Tails wraps his tails around Sonic, that's just adorable. I also loved the dynamic between Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic. They don't share too many scenes together, but the ending scene where they play baseball really showed off how strong their dynamic is. You got Knuckles talking about grapes, Tails trying to look on the positive side and being the innocent one of the group, and Sonic just being happy that everyone is having fun. It's so satisfying, and it feels earned because of an earlier scene where Sonic and Knuckles just talk, one-on-one. Speaking of Knuckles, he's just the most hilarious character ever. He's the strong one of the trio, and definitely not the smartest. It leads to a lot of really good comedy. I can't decide what the best joke in the movie is, but I guarantee you that it's Knuckles who said it. Oh my god, speaking of comedy, I almost forgot to mention the running Olive Garden gag. I don't remember if I said it in a video, but I really wanted them to include another Olive Garden joke. That is the perfect kind of meta humor that the first movie was known for. They know full well how jarring the product placement was in the first movie, and they do it again here. It's funny to me. It's something that they do with a lot of these side characters, actually. They make them completely one note, but to a ridiculous degree that's more funny than boring. I don't know who they have writing these characters, but they need a raise because I was rolling on the floor laughing at the comedy in this thing. Now, onto the only piece of criticism I have with this movie. Some criticized Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for being a good Sonic movie, but not a good standalone movie. Alright, I can accept that. It definitely isn't as tightly wrapped as the first one was. Some of it just doesn't feel properly fleshed out, and it definitely would have helped to have a few more emotional scenes. But my criticism of this criticism is that the movie doesn't really need to be perfect. I know, I sound like a toxic, biased fan, but hear me out. My job as a reviewer is to tell you whether or not you should see a movie. And since this movie is just a ton of fun, I think you should. Like, I'm not gonna compare this to Schindler's List because I don't really think I need to. If you wanna have fun, this is a good movie for that. And I think that for now, that's good enough. Look, just like Sonic, this franchise has some growing to do. I get it. As critics, we want movies to be the best they can be. But at the end of the day, it's entertaining. And I think sometimes that's enough. They definitely improved on the first one, and as long as they're getting better and better, then hey, that's a solid movie film in my book. So I didn't talk about everything in this video, I just wanted to get my main thoughts out there. I really liked this movie, and I can understand some of the criticisms being levied against it, but I personally think that this movie is just too good to be called bad. It is such an improvement on the first one. I mean, I think if you're bored, sitting at home, nothing to do, this is a fantastic alternative. Parents will like it because they grew up with the games, and the kids are gonna laugh so hard at Knuckles and his great comedic timing. And come on, that after credits scene? Almost worth the price of admission alone. In the end, all that matters is that the best movie of the year came out a few weeks after the worst movie of the year. Guys, this movie was just great, and I think it deserves so much praise. I mean, if this movie was a coffee, it would be espresso. That means it's really good. So much good energy. Anyway guys, that was my review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Let me know if you've seen this movie and what you thought of it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? All opinions are valid, and I'd like to talk about them in the comments. And if you like this video, consider liking the video and subscribing to the Coffee House. I think we're really starting to hit our stride with this channel. I'm really happy with the redesign. I've also got a few minor improvements coming soon that I think you're really gonna like. Just cleaning up the background assets, using a lot more Adobe Illustrator, a lot more of these score animations, stuff like that. And if you want to see the full body outfit drawing for this video, follow my subreddit to get constant updates on videos and channel improvements. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. Peace out.